For my presentation today, I want to tell you about how groups of elephants have been moved and settled in new reserves. This is known as translocation and has been carried out in Malawi in Africa in recent years. The reason is being done by the reason this is being done is because of overpopulation of elephants in some areas. Overpopulation is a good problem to have, but not one we tend to hear it very often. In Malawi's Macheta National Park, the elephant populations have been wiped out by poachers who killed the elephants for their ivory. But in 2003, but in 2003, the park was restocked and effective laws enforcement was introduced. Since then, not a single elephant has been poached. This safe environment, in this safe environment, the elephant population boomed. Breeding went so well that there were more elephants than the park could support. This led to a number of problems. Firstly, there was more competition for food, which meant that some elephants were suffering from hunger. As, as there was a limit to the amount of food in the national park, some elephants began looking further afield. Elephants were routinely knocking down fences around the park, which then had to be repaired at a significant cost. To solve this problem, the decisions were made to move dozens of elephants from Machete National Park to the Kota Wildlife Park, where there were no elephants. But obviously, attempting to move significant numbers of elephants to a new home 300 kilometers away is quite a challenge. So, how did this translocation process work in practice? Elephants were moved in groups of between 8 and 30, all belonging to one family. Because relationships are very important to elephants, they all had to be moved at the same time. A team of vets and park rangers flew over the park in helicopters and targeting a group, which were rounded up and directed to a designated open plain. The vets then used dogs to immobilize the elephants. This was a tricky maneuver, as they not only had to select the right dose of tranquilizer to different sized elephants, but they had to drop the elephants as they were running around. This also has to be done as quickly as possible so as to minimize the stress caused. As soon as the elephants began to flop onto the ground, the team moved in to take care of them. To avoid the risk of suffocation, the team had to make sure none of the elephants were lying on their chests because their lungs could be crushed into position. So all the elephants had to be placed on their sides. One person stayed in One person stayed with each elephant while they waited for the vets to do the check. This was very important to keep an eye on their breathing. If there were fewer than 6 breaths per minute, the elephant would need urgent medical attention. Collars were fitted to march in each group to their movement could be tracked in their new home. Measurements were taken of each elephant tusk. Elephants with large tusks would be elephant with large tusks would be upgraded to greasing up in poachers and also of their feet. The elephants were then taken to a recovery area before being loaded onto trucks and transported to their new home. The elephants translocated to North Dakota settling very well, and the project has generally been accepted to have been a huge success. And not in and not just for the elephants. Employment prospectors have improved enormously, contributing to rising living standards for a whole community. Poaching is no longer an issue, as former poachers are able to find more reliable source of income. In fact, many of them volunteered to give up their weapons as they were no longer of any use to them. More than 2 dozen elephants have been born in North Dakota since relocation, with an area of more than 100 1,800 square kilometers. There's plenty of space for the elephant population to grow, to continue to grow. Their presence is also helping to rebalance North Dakota damaged ecosystem and providing a sustainable conservation model, which could be re- which could be replicated in other parks. All this have been a big draw for tourism, which contributes 5 times more than the illegal wildlife trade to GDP. And this is mainly because of the elephants. There has also been a dramatic rise in interest.